Welcome back to Unfold Data Science, friends. My name is Aman and I am a data scientist. In this particular video, we are going to see some practical applications of regular expressions. Okay. So I was telling you in detail in my last video how regular expression is very useful for data science and data analysis work. In this particular video, I'm going to show you some practical examples of how you can use that in Python. Okay. So first thing you need to know regarding regular expression, guys, regular expression is nothing but a syntax or a pattern that is found in a text. Okay. So RE module is the module that you will use. RE module offers a set of functions that allows us to search a string for a match. Okay. So there are two main methods for RE module. One is known as find all and other is known as search. What is the difference? Find all will return a list containing all matches. So if one string there are two or more matches, find all will just give you those matching characters. Search will give you an index or a object kind of thing using which you can find out those patterns and you can use that return object. Let's see some examples, guys. It will be very clear. So I'm importing RE module here, okay, and I'm defining a pattern. So every time you define a regular expression pattern, you have to write it inside R so that R and encodes that pattern. If you write like this, what will happen is your Python interpreter will not confuse, okay. And here I'm defining a pattern. What is this pattern, guys? I'm saying slash D2. So the meaning of this pattern is give me, give me all two digit numbers. That is the meaning of this pattern, guys. Where in this text? So my text is this string. The score of the player was, this should be was, the score of the player was 78 runs from 82 balls. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to search a two digit number in this string. So how many two digit numbers I have? 78 and 82. So I'm running this saying print re.findAll pattern search. What is my pattern? My pattern is this regular expression. What is my text? Text is this string. Okay. So when I say re.findAll pattern text print, it gives me 78 and 82 because those are the exact matches. And as I told you, in search, it will give me the matching object. Okay. So now what I'm seeing here is here the first matching thing is being returned. So there are two, 78 and 82. Both is being given by find all. In search, the first one is given. Okay. But I generally used re.findAll. So I will show you examples using re.findAll only. That is more useful from data science perspective, I feel. Okay. Now, this is the format you need to understand, guys. What you need to do, you need to define a pattern and you need to search that pattern on a text. Okay, this format will remain same. For simplicity, I will not change this text much throughout this video. I will show you how to find different patterns in this text. So first pattern I want to show you here is how do you check any digits? Okay, so here we were specifically choosing two digits. How to check any digits? For example, balls I can write in 8 overs, something like this. Okay, so if I say here, give me any digit between 1 to 3, what it will give me? All the digits which is having anything between 1 digit to 3 digit numbers. Okay, but if I introduce a 4 digit number here, it will not give me. Okay, it will give me up to 3 digits only, not the fourth digit. Now one more thing to understand here, guys, I do not want this number to come at all because this is not a 3 digit number. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to place a boundary here. If I put a boundary like this, right, what will happen is only the 3 digits number will be given to me. If you see here, just the 3 digits number are given to me. Okay, 234 is coming from this string because I have not put a boundary in between in the beginning. Let me put a boundary here. Now that fourth one will not come. Okay, the meaning of the boundary is I want just digit number 1 2 3. I do not want a 4 digit number. For example, if I make it 2 to 3, that 1 digit number will not come. Okay, so this is how you can find out your SSN number or any numbers you want to find in a text. This is about digits, guys. Next is How do you check white space? So if you just write /s, it will give you all the white spaces. Now this is very useful, guys, for doing some text mining in NLP. This is very, very useful. And if you make it big S, right, it will give you everything apart from the white space. Okay. Same thing here. I'm checking any character. If you say dot, it will give you any character. Okay, so all these characters, T, H, E, S, C, O, R, E, player, all the alphabets, all the numbers, all the things will come if you say dot. Okay. Another thing is check any character. So if you say /W, it will give you all the characters. If you say big W, small w will give you all the characters. Big W will give you everything apart from the characters. So what is there apart from the characters? Only blanks. Okay. So that is what it is giving you. Next thing is give me all the alphabets between A to C. Give me all the characters between A to C. So if I run this, how many characters between A to C are here? Those will be given. If I make it A to Z, it will give me all the characters, but not the numbers. Okay. And if I make it 0 to 9 also, then it will give me numbers as well. Because I'm writing in continuation, so it is not giving. Let me write like this: A to Z or 0 to 9. So if you see here, it is giving me all the characters and all the numbers. Okay, the meaning of this is or, either this or that. Okay, the reason it was not giving in previous cases, I was asking for a number and so something like this I will show you. So if I write here, for example, AC1 2, so some characters, after that some numbers. This is what I will get. Okay, C1, one character, one number. Okay, that is what I'm getting here. So this is how you can find out all the small case characters, all the numbers, all these things. Okay, if I make it a large character, A to Z, in this string I have only T as a large case, so it is giving me T. If I make this S, it will give me S as well. If I make this O, it will give me O as well. Wherever you put a camel case or larger letter, it will give you that. Okay. Next is, how do you check occurrence of a word in a string? For example, here there is a player. Suppose I want to find out play word. So I told you what is a word boundary, right? So let's see the difference without word boundary. So I want to check the word play. Okay. But I do not want to check the word player. But you know what? This play is coming out from player only. So I need to give word boundary here. Let me give word boundary and it will not give me anything. And if I write here a word called play, then it will give me that word. Okay. Okay. So this is the usefulness of the word boundary, guys. Word boundary is useful. Otherwise, you might get something which is not making much sense. Similarly, if you want to find out any other word from the string, for example, somebody wants to find out SCORE score, then score is here. These things are very, very useful in text mining, guys. When you have a large, data from coming streaming sources, data coming from server logs, data coming from various cloud, applications where huge logs are generated. Those places we need to find some keywords, okay, to know if something is going wrong or something is working as it is, as we expect. These are very, very useful, guys. I'm showing you with simple example. Okay. And this is very important to know start and end of the string. If you see here, the is there in the string, okay, and it is showing. But what if I want to choose only I want to return the if the is in the beginning of the string. For example, if I say SCORE score, this will also print, okay, now. But I want to know if the score is there in the beginning of the string. So I give a hat here like this. Score is in the beginning? No. Let's make score in the beginning. Let's delete this. Now score will come. Okay. Similarly, suppose I want to check if something is in the end. Okay. Runs. Runs is there in the character, so it will come. But if I give a dollar, then if the runs is there in the end of the string, then only it will come. So if I delete from here to here, runs comes in the end of the string and it is coming. So remember, guys, hat in the beginning means begins with that, dollar in the end means ends with that. Okay. Very useful, this one also. Here you can see pattern is T, H, E and star. The meaning of that is check wherever HE is there. Okay. Zero or more occurrences of E followed by TH. Understand this very clearly, guys. Zero or more occurrence of E followed by TH. So TH, how many places we have? One place, two place, three place. How many places we have zero or more occurrences of E? One place and two place. So let's run this. Third place, is it somewhere? Okay, zero we are saying. So this will also come. Okay. And suppose we want one or more occurrences. Okay. Then in place of star, we say a plus. So if we say plus, then that middle one will not come. If I write a E here, middle one will come. If I remove this, middle one will not come. The reason for that is I'm asking for one or more occurrences. So what is the difference between star and plus, guys? Star means zero or more occurrences of E followed by TH. Plus means one or more occurrences of E followed by TH. Give me those words. Okay. And you can use word boundaries here. Otherwise, sometimes it might lose the meaning. Okay. And this important thing you must know, re.ignore case, guys. re.ignore case will just ignore the case. For example, if you see here, if I remove this, then all the capital T will go. Okay. So it is not a case insensitive matching. I want to do a case insensitive matching. So I will put that re.ignore case. Okay. One more thing, guys, here, question mark. Question mark is 0 or 1 E followed by TH. Okay. So question mark means 0 or 1, not more than that. So here I have knowingly given 2 E's. Okay. So that will not come here. It is coming here. The reason being there is no word boundary. Let me give a word boundary here. See, that is not coming now. Okay. So what I want only THE and only 0 or 1 occurrence of E. Okay. So that is the reason it is coming. If I give here one more E, this will also not come. Okay. And if I remove the word boundary, then these two things will come, but these are meaningless. Okay. There is not D. Okay. And another thing I want you to understand is TH followed by exactly one E. How do you do that? So you just have to say THE in curly brace 1. So here I am getting the and THE the. If I make it 2, it will not come. Okay. And here one more thing I want you to understand is alternate word. Okay. I want to see if the word THE or WAS was out of these two words, if any word is there, return me that. So it will return me these words. Okay. So sometimes we want to find out a word in a sentence saying if this word is present, or maybe that word is present, or maybe that word is present, it will come like this. Okay. So this is how it will search the pattern. And if I remove re.ignore case, then it will do a case sensitive matching. Okay. So case sensitive matching, it will do like this. If you want to make it capital T, it will take the capital T's occurrence. Okay. So this is how some basic regular expressions, guys. So starting from how do you check the digits, how do you check a range of digits, how do you check any character, white space, numbers only, or numbers with characters, small case, uppercase, word boundaries, beginning and end of the string, one or more occurrences, zero or more occurrences, exactly one occurrences, exactly one particular thing occurrences, and alternate word. This is the basics of regular expression, guys, but there are many more to it. I will bring to you that in my next video. Do practice, guys. This is a very important topic. Let me know if you have any doubts and comment me. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I will see you all in the next video, guys. Wherever you are, stay safe and take care.